Today we're going to visit the floating islands of Lake Titicaca, just off the Peruvian city of Puna, where I spent last night. Beautiful sunny day. This is a real highlight of this area. It's a really funny feeling walking on here. These people hunt wildfowl, and unbelievably, I'm told this thing actually does work. It's a muzzle loader. It's just a piece of water pipe, but there is a percussion lock there that someone's made, and a percussion cap goes on top, and that fires some smokeless powder and pushes the pellets out. Very, very basic. This is a cooking area. Apparently fire's a pretty big deal here. So they do their cooking right beside the water. Now, Lake Titicaca does not mean what you think. I'm not sure which is which, but Titi means grey, I think, and Caca means puma. So it's a grey puma. Apparently the ancients felt that the shape of the lake was in the shape of a puma. I don't know how they saw the lake from ground level, but anyway, that's the story. The deepest point in the lake is 284 metres, which is seriously deep, and there's a lot of fish and wildlife in here. These islands last about 20 years, but they're constantly added to, and the reeds are laid down in beds, cross-thatched, and there's one leader for each island, who apparently solves all the problems, and the kids can go to primary school here, but to go to secondary school they have to go to the mainland, which most of them don't do, and apparently because of the damp conditions, arthritis and rheumatism is a problem amongst the old people who spend their life on these islands. These people live on fish and wildlife. I think most of the fishing is with nets, but I think the only way they gain any income is through tourism. And you can see that every day Father Christmas comes with a few boatloads of tourists, and they would get a slice of the action, plus they sell a lot of weaving and artefacts that they make here on the islands. The islands are floating, so they need to be anchored at 4 points to stop them from being blown around by the wind. The boats that bring us out here are super simple. You can see they're very, very primitive exhaust stacks just coming straight out the back. There's no gearbox, so when you want to stop, you've got to think a couple of minutes ahead and turn the engine off. There's no reverse, obviously. This is the traditional boat that the ancients used to use in their activities, fishing and visiting island to island and so on. Now, of course, we use the fiberglass or aluminium dinghy with the outboard. This is another one of the anchoring points. This is a very substantial one. And over here the lady built us a mini island, and the base of it is large blocks of reed roots. Now these things are actually living, and after about 4 months they continue to grow, and the base of each island is actually living and growing. So I'm not too sure whether they only last 20 years. They couldn't explain that. This is a duck that they've obviously shot. Looks like it's been smoked. We'll have a quick peek at life inside one of the huts. Pretty basic, as you'd expect. This one does not have TV, but others do. Supported by solar panels feeding batteries. Well, this is the plaza. We've continued steaming to an island here in the middle of Lake Titicaca, somewhere on the Peruvian side, not the Bolivian side. And we've just walked up this hill. The height here is 4,000 metres, and you can really feel that the air is so thin. Now, despite my misspent youth, I really surprised myself by walking slowly and steadily up that hill, breathing deeply, small paces, and passing the 2 boatloads of 70 people. I couldn't bloody believe it. Amazing. And I've recovered and don't feel too bad. Well, we're at 4,910 metres. This is as high as I've been. The air's really thin. I had to stop about half an hour ago to put on my rain gear, and just bending over, not being able to take a deep breath, putting on my riding gear, and oh boy, air's pretty thin. And of course the engine's lost even more power, so your life's very different at these altitudes. Now that volcano in the background there is 6,075 metres. This is the Canyon of the Condors, but unfortunately they're not playing today. no one's seen any condors. And the light, unfortunately, is just terrible at the moment. It is a magnificent canyon. No doubt about it, it is very nice, but really it's honestly no more spectacular than dozens of others I've seen in the high altiplano of the Andes Mountains. I think the thing that really sets this off is that it's relatively close to civilization, and there's some nice towns along here, so it's a very, very popular tourist route. I mean, it's only about 10 o'clock and I reckon I've seen, 10 big buses and probably double that, 20 minibuses. So yeah, it's pretty popular. Well, we've suffered some more pannier luggage rack damage here. I've been travelling along this road here for about 100 odd miles. I've seen 5 vehicles, 3 of them have been broken down, and everything was going pretty well until a few minutes ago. So I've just got to try and strap it up until I get back to civilization and just drop the speed right down. But it's a very, very rough road, and the constant pounding over the last few hours has just wrecked the luggage rack. Not good. Look, this is Sunday and I'm trying to get out of this town called Arequipa. It's a very large town in southern Peru, and the traffic's just not moving. It's just unbelievable. Crap everywhere. Traffic congestion.